Hey everybody. This is day 4 of the 40-day soul fast. So today we'll be talking about preparing. So I like how she starts off. She says in Matthew 4, Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert where he fasted and prayed for 40 days and 40 nights. So, and he did all of that, even right before Jesus, went and started serving and doing the work that he was called to do in the land. And before he found his disciples and all of that, he fasted for 40 days and for 40 nights, right? And he was tempted right as he came out that fast. So if you are following me and you have made a decision to fast in some kind of capacity as it relates to food and consecration, where you're giving up other things, whether it be social media, not this video, but other videos. You may decide that you're not going to curse at this time. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're preparing yourself, your spirit, to receive something amazing from God. But know that when you do this, when you go through this season of preparing, that there's going to be something that's going to also happen. You're going to be tempted during this 40 days, right? So, and right after he came out, guess who was there? The devil, watching and lurking, because that's what he do, right? So when you're doing something good, you already know you be doing something good is happening. You excited. Who watching? Your enemies. Who watching? You all on social media talking about, look at what the Lord done did. And somebody they liking, but they ain't really liking, right? But we're not worried about them, right? So even before God brought Adam on the scene, she says, he already prepared a life-giving place where he could not only live, but he could walk in his purpose, right? So that was what God was already preparing. He was always preparing for us. Even when our parents had us, for those of you that parents were really excited about you, they got your room together. They was already talking about people that got married before they even had kids. They already talk about their kids. And if you talk to a lot of young girls, they're preparing even before they become adults. They talking about their babies. They already got the baby's name. They got a baby doll and they're walking around with the baby. That's all in preparation for what's to come when they become a woman, right? So Dr. Trim is saying to ask the Spirit to reveal to you those things that need to go so that you can have room for what's coming, right? So everything that's happening right now, prior to these 4 days, right? You need to be asking God to please remove all of these deficits in my life so that I can make room for the blessings, okay? When you bringing new stuff in, when people come over, you ain't seen in a while, you be trying to get the house together, when the unexpected guests come over and you decide to let them in, what you got to do? You got to get stuff together so they can come in, right? You getting stuff together. So that's what you do. That's what God does for you. He gets all that other stuff out the way, honey. Come on up in here. Come on. Girl, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. Honey, we're getting that all out the way for you because we're excited about you. All right. So this is an opportunity for prosperity. So she says opportunity and prosperity are inevitable outcomes of this soul fast. Who don't want some opportunities? Who don't want some prosperities? Okay. She says God will provide a place that maximizes them. He's also going to supernaturally provide unexpected opportunities and wonderful surprises. Let me tell you, there are some things that I am desiring in my life, and I want those things that I'm desiring. However, because he loves me so much, there are things that I'm not even thinking about. You remember how your baby was? Those of you that got those of you that got kids, your parents, and your baby knows it's his birthday, right? And they know what you're going to get because they already been talking about it. You're like, yeah, I know what you want. But what about that other thing you got them that they wasn't expecting? And the look on their face. What joy did that bring you? Just imagine when God does that for you. The joy that's going to be on your face with that unexpected opportunity. Okay. For those of you that are looking for a new job, a new promotion, a new boo, right? And he or she is going to come with all the wonderful surprises, honey. Yes, because I know I got my list of what I desire in a person. So I got my list. And not only is that person going to come with that stuff, come on, somebody, he going to come with even more. Yes. So she's saying, ask God to give you new eyes to see opportunities and mental and spiritual and emotional preparation to overcome opposition. So we need to be opening up our eyes. Clean off your glasses. Right? I just cleaned these before I got on the call, but clean your glasses. Get that residue. Get the boogers out your eyes. Get the stuff off your lips. You know what I'm saying? So you can be ready to taste and see how good God is. Okay. So preparation is required. So the characteristic for preparation is commitment. So when that preparation, as you're opening yourself, you're asking God to prepare you for this time, you got to be committed to the process, right? So commitment liberates the mind. Commitment is your purpose, goals, or values that will free your mind from cultural, political, and social entanglements so that your soul is free to connect more deeply with one's true self and God. Your flesh wants comfort and pleasure, okay? So your flesh wants what it wants, right? But your soul and your spirit desires growth and significance. I want the growth. Can't you feel that when you growth and significance? You can feel that inside of you, but you want that cheesecake or, to watch that, whatever it is, if you're setting that time away, you're setting that time where you say, well, I'm not going to eat until noon, or I'm not going to eat until 2:00 because I'm giving this time to God. Watch it. Somebody call, girl, I got this shrimp scampi, honey. Come get some. Come get some. I can't. You don't even have to tell me you fasting. I have a commitment. My mindset is commitment. So, I have other commitments right now, but at 2:00, if you decide to save me some, I will be ready. My mouth will be ready. Okay. So your mind is always in contemplation of opposites and options. Okay. So we always want the opposite of what we need to have, or we want some options, right? So, okay, if I can't have this, what else is there out there? But why? But why? Just be committed to the process. Don't try to look, okay, God, I want to go this way, but is there another way I can go? Do I have to fast? Is that the only way I can get this? Seems so. If you want a breakthrough in your life, if you want your soul, if you don't like where you are right now, then you got to fast and consecrate yourself. That's what it's all about right now. It's about being committed to the process, preparing your mind, preparing yourself for what you want. There are so many things I know you want this year. And so you just got to be committed to the process. So commitment requires faith. You must not only have faith in God, but faith in the person who God has made you to be. So when you, there's a story in the Bible of the disciples, and a man brought his son to the disciples, and the disciples were not able to cure. They were not able to cast out the demon. And so the man was frustrated. The disciples were frustrated. So Jesus was like, goodness, how long I got to stay here with y'all? I didn't taught y'all this stuff and y'all still ain't doing what y'all supposed to do. So, Jesus cast it out. And so, the disciples was feeling some kind of way. So I think it was the next day or something, they went and they talked to God, and Jesus was like, what's up, man? We thought we did everything that you taught us to do. What is it that we missed? Jesus, like, before I do anything, I'm fasting and praying. I can't go before, I can't cast out demons and demonic forces without praying. I got to be committed to the process. There is a technique. There is a recipe. There's an equation. Okay. In order to get to what you need to get, there's a formula. That's the word I'm looking for. In order to get to where you need to go. 1 + 1 = 2. Now there are other ways to get to 2. Okay. However, your outcome is 2. So, now God will teach you that there are formulas. So when you're fasting, there are different ways you can fast, but you still got to follow the formula. You got to fast. Okay. And if you really want a breakthrough, there's the consecration. So this is a part of the consecration, right? So testing and trying is all about your faith. It's all about refining your intentions and resolve. You need to have dedication, determination, perseverance. It's all required to stick to something to get the outcomes you want. And when you get those outcomes, she says you will be empowered and liberated. Okay. You must be persistent and steadfast in pursuing that authentic, true life that God has created you to have. Okay, so here's a couple of questions that she asks you to do. She asks you, what are you going to commit to doing in order to save your real self? What are you committed to doing? Okay, so identify one thing in your life that you need to purge in order to get there. And the last thing is, what are the one thing you're going to practice every day? Now, there's a lot of things we need to work on, right? But we can't work on all of them. We can't focus on all those things at the same time. So focusing on that one thing. What is the one thing you're going to do in order to purge yourself? Okay. So I want you to just think about that. I want you to be just committed. Ask God, Holy Spirit, help me, guide me in my efforts to be committed. I'm telling you, it's a whole process. I'm telling you, I need the Holy Spirit. I need all of him in order to help me to get through this fast and to stay committed. To stay committed to these 40 days. And not only am I doing it, I'm posting it. So I got to be committed because I got some people out here that's watching. Thank you. Thank you for watching me on this journey, watching and learning. I pray that you're learning more about what Dr. Trim is teaching, because I am learning and I am so committed. And I'm just so looking forward to day 40 and what's going to happen, honey. The transformation. My skin is going to be it's gonna be all supple, y'all. I'm gonna be, and it's just like, so just imagine what my soul gonna be looking like. My God. Love you all. Like and share. Thank you.